Look at this conglomeration of dust, dirt, and crap moving around in the air doing various things. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to Captain of Industry. We are starting to finally tear apart the earth. We're digging our coal. We're digging our iron, wherever it is over here. We're researching things as the way we go, and we're playing with new toys called sorting plants, which are kind of interesting at this point in time. I'm learning that I probably should have built this one over there by the well, our coal factory, but our coal patch. This over here, we're going to be building another one probably pretty soon over there. I can see where this is going to be part of a facility that you will use as you're building things. See, normally what I would do, let's hit the planning mode here. Normally what I would do without this, because originally the trucks can sort based on what's available to them for resource or at least storage. So normally what I would do is I would use say like a loose storage kind of close to the actual area. So I would put one right here, and then there will come a time when you'll be able to assign what you put in here, and then you just kind of put a bunch of these down, and then the trucks can then sort out of them. And then as things need it, they can move parts from elsewhere. What's interesting about this is this allows us to sit down and, well, I guess bring everything to one place so that all the trucks have to do is deliver stuff, which is not, I mean, it's amazing. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I probably should have built one. This should have been built like right here next to this tower, and then only allowed to work iron, copper, or iron, dirt, and stone, rock, whatever. And then I should have built another one over here so that our current mining would only, like these mining trucks that we have, like these guys, especially with the coal, would only have to travel from here to there. We will probably be doing that fairly soon. We're currently working through our sciences, getting ready to research conveyor lifts. Conveyors were, I think, the last thing that got researched last time. I'm interested and cannot wait for advanced logistics control. That's going to be very fun. I'm also, again, just kind of trying to pick through these very slowly. We still have this going on, so we're not making concrete. How much concrete do we currently have? According to that, I have 60 in storage somewhere. Where do I have that in storage? I don't know. Anyhow, the next step that I'm going to do, since I have a few of these now, is I'm going to grab another one of these. We're going to place this down. You're going to be, not pick up, you are going to be set recipe to the next step, which is going to be construction parts 2, and then we're going to uncheck you. Construction parts 2 are when we start to be able to get the conveyor belt usability kind of thing. So you do this, and then we'll put a unit storage on you right there again. I understand this is going to be kind of lopsided and annoying for some of you. This is just early game, and it won't really matter later on. So they're going to build that up. They're going to take care of some of the stuff that we have in here. We have 184 of those. How much is this going to cost us? Okay, cool. As soon as we can start getting a few of these stockpiled, then we can start building conveyors, which is simple, easy stuff. So as soon as we get that going, we'll be able to start building this kind of fun stuff here. Conveyors in this game can be very finicky. However, once you learn how they work, they're not as awful as they seem. And they've actually added a few of extra parts to for what we have. So like we have some extra little things that we'll get into in just a second once we get to that point. So as soon as you make something, which I'm paused so you can't, we can go from there. How are we doing up here as far as rewards? We should have building housing, building an extra housing, and then we need to start working on concrete production. Yeah, we actually do need to start working on concrete production because we don't have a lot left. But go ahead, make one of these. I think we're just going to put it right there for now. And then this, go ahead and start building so that we can get whatever this reward is going to be. How much is that housing? That is going to cost us... How much did those cost us? I didn't even bother to look. 80. Ooh, we're going to be at that for a minute. So yeah, we're kind of into that point now where the game is you're building with what you have, so your time is based off of whatever's going on. So we're gonna kick it up a little bit, and we're just gonna let things kind of work. Hopefully we can get a few of these going, and I probably should. Let's pause this real quick. I don't want it building anything. We need to get this done. And as soon as this is done, then we'll deal with some of this other stuff. I may end up having to actually get after brick making fairly soon. So kiln, I think is what it's called. Yes, the kiln. This is going to be another thing we need to do, and unfortunately that also means we need to start mining limestone, which is over here. So maybe we do the... Kind of nice and flat over here. I guess I could actually build that over here, huh? Oh, we need water. Nuts. Think. Well, we got a minute. Let's build a few things. We may have to buy in some concrete. Can we buy in some concrete? I feel like I can. I can. Give me a couple of those. Thank you. We got lots of trees. Oh, keep that empty, please. Oh, hey, looky there. Can I get anything done with 4 of those things? If we do... Well, the thing I screwed up on was that I didn't make enough room over here. So what we want to do first off, we're going to do a loose storage about right here. Why don't you do it right there? Because I think actually we're going to want access to this. We'll put it right here for now. Yeah, I think we're going to do that right there like that. Go ahead and uncheck you. And then the first little bit of stuff. So U-shaped conveyors are used for bulk items. Flat conveyors are used for stuff that has been produced elsewhere, which is odd because trees go into that. But anyhow, you click at the beginning, you click at the end, it puts it down, and then it builds it. You... Unpause, you, full, keep full, go. First little conveyor, and as soon as we get a little bit of that going, yeah, I know, you got to come over here and get some fuel. I should be setting you guys to not import and not export. Thank you. We should be good now, once this gets built anyway. No, we're building that first, right? That's okay, build that first. All right, so diesel production, that'll get us some more building supplies, and that gets us some potatoes and some more population things. All right, nice stuff. Disable import for new diesel storage. Right. I need to tell you I don't want you to import anything here. That'll get us another reward for some more diesel and some concrete. And yeah, the last thing we're going to worry about is repair ship yard and set sail. And then we need to do vehicle parts for assemblies, a lot of this kind of stuff. We do need to get after building some things for the concrete because well, these parts right here, the construction parts, require concrete. So every time we make some, we're using some. You know what I should do? I should really get after having them flatten out all this stuff. Because that's, well, that's just gravel, I believe. Good, we're over here digging that mountain down, and essentially all it's going to do is it's going to dig this mountain down, and it's just going to dump it right there, probably. Yeah? Yep, he's just going to dump it right there. And we're starting to... I didn't want trash dumped here. Lovely. Well, that's fine. This is not terrible. All it is just that you're not going to be able to reclaim it, and it also counts as, where is this? Water pollution, I believe, plus, you know, landfill, whatever. It's not terrible. We're going to end up concreting over that eventually anyway, but I wanted to try to get rid of it later on. priority-wise, there's no real priority as to how things work when it comes to figuring out where it wants to go this early in the game, so you just have to be careful as to where you have things set to dump. But for whatever reason, they chose to dump here than that one. Probably because of the distance. Yeah, probably because of the distance. That's fine. No big deal. It just means we're going to have this glitter on the side of the road over here for a little while. Whatever. Essentially, this whole probably what we're going to end up having here for the most part, this whole cove is likely going to be squared off. And I don't know where we're going to build the bridge to get over here, but we're going to have to eventually because we have titanium, I think, over here or something. Something like that. Assigned routes. Yay! Finally, assigned routes. Assigned routes are fantastic. We can finally get to doing some actual tell things what to do with logistics. Ah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh. That also lets me change the port mapping. Oh, really? Nice. Okay. Well, assigned routes. Essentially what we can do now is in here, not this button, say like in here. We now have assigned routes, import routes, export routes, certain things like this. I can add import routes, export routes. And since we have trash kind of slowly coming in, how much stuff do we have right now? 170? Let's go just use that as the first import route since it decided it wanted to do something and make a fool out of me. We're going to grab one of these and we're going to stick it right there. Now, when this gets built, we'll have the ability to design and decide where things go. So we're going to set waste, and we're going to set this to keep empty, period. For now, I don't want anything in here. What I can do is I can tell this to export from here over to there. So that's the only place it can deliver trash from now on. So then what will happen is the trucks will automatically know where to move that trash from here to there. The same thing goes from here. I should be able to export routes there, which means that one is only going to be able to go over here and nowhere else. If I want to do the same thing with this over here, so like this one is now mad at me because it doesn't know where it can dump things. When we get ready to build another one of those, which I don't know if I can. How much is an ore sorting facility now? It is 80 of those things. I think for right now, again, we're still kind of early in the game. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to grab you. And again, we're going to export route from here to there. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a whole lot. But for right now, what that's telling me is those are the only, what's telling them is that's the only designated places that we can move things. Now, the other thing that we can do is since we have this set up, I should be able to set an export route or an import route from here. No. Okay, so those are not quite there yet. But once we get some of these other things built, so as soon as we get a little bit more of like, say, once we can sort this a little easier, we'll be able to then tell a couple of other things to go do some stuff. So that should work. I love it. Cool. That'll at least get us a little bit more smarts going. Now, what I need to work on is first and only deal. Well, first and next, we for certainly need to start working on concrete blocks. How much is left here? Yeah, I'm going to kind of let it work just a little bit longer. How many vehicle parts do we have? We have 60. Make one excavator, 2 trucks, please. I think we can do that. Probably should make a couple more trucks when we get done with that so that we can start working on this and be able to actually make some concrete bricks because that's going to stalemate us here pretty quick if we don't do something about it. How are we doing on science? Transport balancers, working on those. Nice. Concrete, we got that going. We can do the fancy concrete recipe. Cool. That should have also got us assembly 2s. Assembly 2s are those. Concrete mixer, rotary kiln, fun things. Crusher, copper electrolysis. We're not doing any of that right now. We need to get into their power. I don't know why that's a crusher recipe. That's weird. Rubber maker, we're going to need to do that in a little bit. And all of the fun transports. Lifts are interesting because you can, and this is the fun thing, while we're running, it's okay. Just hit this. You can take a belt and stretch it up in the air up to, I think it's 6 tiles, 6 or 7 tiles, something like that, which leaves a really long, goofy thing, or you can convince it to do staircases if you're very careful. If you're very careful, you can get it to do staircases to do however. Pipes will do the same thing. However, pipes are a little bit more intuitive when it comes to things. They just raise and lower nicely. If you have a short area, you can get from one level quite a ways higher with a conveyor lift, and then you can turn right around and do it the other direction. So you just have to remember to use the correct lift for the correct thing. Where are we at? Repair shift thingy's done. We've got smart conveyor research. Oh, yeah, and then sorting. Sorting's coming up soon, too. We already have a kind of a sorter where there's the U-shaped balancers. Balancers are fancy because you can set priorities for which direction in and out, as well as strictly even outputs, strictly even inputs. But we will get an actual sorter here very shortly. All right, we're just going to build. We're going to do some work. I'm going to let this run for a little while, and we'll gather some resources. That's what I was afraid of, is that this is going to end up filling full of coal, and then we're going to have a problem. All right, new mine control tower. You're going to go in over here along with a new ore sorting plant, because I don't want you doing random, silly, stupid crap there. Get unconstructed, or go ahead and get resumed. That's fine. And then I'm going to set 1, 2, and then we're going to go ahead again and just set this leveling for now. We're not going to eat a lot of limestone right off, but we do need to get into it. Did I get outside of the thing? Good. That's perfect. I am outside of it. Whatever. It's fine. I just don't want the little buzzer dealy. Update this. So we're going to add a product to port, limestone, dirt, and a gravel. You are not allowed to dump anything right now. Cool. All right. So then ports as well here. We're going to go ahead and set up a loose storage for this. Love it. And then this should just automatically have things drag away from it as far as the dirt and the gravel. We're not concerned about dirt and gravel right now. One of the major changes that they did make early game was that the kiln, and I know we're not to it yet, but this kiln right here used to use dirt, coal, and water to make bricks. They removed bricks from the game because, well, I guess they figured out that we didn't need to, and they've offered us a little bit more. I think because they offered us a little bit more stuff here. So yeah, we're going to have to start making bricks almost immediately. And that's going to suck because that's going to require water, and I don't really want to play with water right now. Where is our water selection? Water, 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 water. It is over here in the trees. We could probably get away with that for right now. I'm going to drop a kiln down. How many people do we have? 10. I need to buy some people. Can I buy some people from you? I can. And I need to turn on the beacon again so that we can gain some extra people. Populations do increase over time, but they're not really very fast fairly early in game. So we're going to do the first thing. We're going to grab us a water pump, and we're going to place a water pump about right. Guess we'll put it out here. Why not? Water pump right there. And for the starters, I don't know. Do I want to do rotary kilns and just get right into the silliness? Let it run a second while we're thinking. Smelting. So a rotary kiln is going to need that plus coal to make this. Concrete mixer needs sand, gravel. I'm not quite ready to get into that. We need a little bit more structure. So we're going to use this recipe for right now. I'm going to start with that. So again, a lot of this, and I know like there's probably a lot of you that are like, man, what is he doing? He could be doing this, he could be doing that, all this kind of things. I am just going to be throwing things down until we can get to a point where we can do stuff. We will, however, put down 2 loose storages. About right there. Right there. Sure. And then as we can build U-shaped stuff, we'll build U-shaped stuff there. There. And then this will be... We're getting a little close here. That's why I'm kind of trying to get this done. Go. I think that should be everything we need to do. Go ahead and close this. Unpause. Because we're getting a little out of concrete. I can always buy some more. Oh, hey, the thing's gone finally. Beautiful. That means that nice big wide open space is available. You go to your friendos and buy a bunch of concrete, please. I know it gets expensive. I don't care. Trees are free for right now. Ding. All right. How many of those did we make? Did we make a couple of these guys? No, I didn't. How much do I have? I don't know why I'm looking in there. We don't have any. We need to start making those as well. Once we get I think I have everything I need to do as far as this goes. Once we get this up and functional, so you need to be full. Keep full. And you need to be limestone. Keep full. Now, since we've done a couple of things, what we can do is this is going to need construction or be told. The trucks are already going to know what's going on, but I can set up an export rule now from here to there, and an export rule now from here. Come here. Right there. And of course, they built everything except the thing they needed to build. That immediately. I may have to build the stupid thing. Where is the stupid thing? I think it's just water and 20 of those. Why are you not being built? Go. Oh. Right. Right. I'm an idiot. Total. Complete. Stop that connection. We do have to use this. Crap. Alright, well, we'll do this for right now. As soon as they demolish that. I forgot all about that. Can I get that to set right there, please? No. There's a tree in the way. We'll put you... I completely forgot all about that. It has been so long. Sorry about that. We're going to have to use this. There. And you get unpaused. Please. Whoops. We should have been storing water already. I absolutely despise these rainwater collector thingies, but they do work. They're just not great. I think we're going to stop with this for right now. Pause. And I'm going to probably have you... So we do have a bunch of trucks queued. We're just waiting on that, which I knew was coming. All right. Now we just have to wait on it to rain. And then our major priority at this point is going to be irrigated farms. Beautiful. Crop rotation is next, which will give us a little more functionality here. We're just, again, trying to grind through the fun stuff at this point. Cool. Okay, that's sorted. You guys are making limestone for us, limestone and dirt. Need a few more trucks. We're kind of busy. Got plenty of this. Why is that not in there? I guess I can click keep empty now and they should dump everything. Okay, so once this is done, they'll pull all that excess junk out of there. That'll be taken over to here. All right, so as soon as we get some bricks going, which we're waiting on the rain, I should have made a bunch of things. How are you not full? I guess you're getting something. Okay. Yep, we're just waiting on this. You can import, please. Raining? It's raining, finally. Come on, game. These are always that little thing that I get stuck on. I'll be like busy doing all kinds of things and then forget the one little thing. Can we buy... How much tree do we own? Give me some more concrete, please. Oh, right, they can't do that, can they? Because I told them they can't do anything. I think there's a way to do this. Hang on a minute. Can I do... Can you deliver to that? No, you can't. Oh, that's what I want. Accept assigned only. Come on, just deliver some. And we'll do this. Just go away. I'm going to go over there and help that poor thing. All right, that should be concrete, complete concrete slab. We're going to get 80 of those and 80 more vehicle parts. Beautiful. That should allow us to fix the last couple of these up. So these are going to take, yeah, we should be able to get at least, well, we can get one more out of 80. Go ahead and make them. Cool. That means we can turn this on now and let it just kind of construct, which should allow them to finish this little issue right here. Keep that thing full now that we're working. That's fine. Just dump it in there. That's all right. That's good. As soon as we have enough of those to make this, we'll be fine. Finish it. All right, so that'll be automated. This will just slowly dump stuff out of there, and then we'll slowly be making concrete, which is not amazing, but it will do what it needs to do, at least at this point. The other thing I'm probably going to need to do then is we're going to have to, since it's clear the heck over there, let's go ahead build one of the, well, let's build another, I'm going to build one of these over here, unit storages. There. And you're going to be nothing but concrete slab, and I want you to stay full. And I should be able to do like an export route. No, import, excuse me. Import route from here, which will make sure once that's built, they'll be just hauling stuff back and forth. Again, for right now, we have trucks. So we do what we can with the trucks that we have. There's always that little thing that drives you up the wall. So then they'll go grab that. And then that'll make this a little bit easier. I'm kind of holding off on making any belts and whatnot until we have a bunch of these stored up. So we're actually at a kind of a point now where we just chill and let the game work, I think. Yeah, so we should be able to make concrete slabs. We should have plenty of wood coming in. We have a new fuel station, which I am going to go ahead and get built immediately right now. You go right there. And we're going to go ahead and hook that in. Can I build this? This is going to be that. So the first construction parts for this for certain. We want that built. I will explain why in just a second. Okay, cool. What a fuel station does is we're allowed to then attach a truck to this. And that truck will then be able to go around and fuel all of the things out in the field like these excavators, so that they can stop driving back up here to where we need them. Well, you know, so we're, if for those of you that don't know, this excavator is driving all the way the heck up here to this point to fuel itself. When we do a fuel station, once this is built and ready to go, then this little truck right here will take fuel and dump it into these excavators out here so they can continue to keep working, so our efficiency goes up. So that's a really big deal. As soon as that's up and ready to go, we should be able to do those here pretty quickly, actually, right? Come on, one more. Fuel station's a very big deal once you can get that going, especially considering that we're using vehicles to drive all over the place. What are you waiting on? You should have already done it. Ding. All right, take those over there and go take care of that problem, please. Alrighty then, and that'll go bloop, and then we'll have a truck show up over here. I guess I could have built it a little bit straighter than that, but it is what it is. There, he's going to pick up a little bit of fuel all the way up. And if anything needs to be fueled, which it currently doesn't need right now, it will take it out into the field and help us out with some of the things, like I say. So now our excavators can stay on site and fuel, and we're good to go at that point. I'm a little concerned about this. Okay, so they hold an equal amount, so it doesn't matter what's visual in that box. Is that what I'm seeing here? What's the actual number? So the actual number is 240 coal and 240 iron. I don't believe that for a second. So it's 240 total. I don't know. I'm going to have to do a little bit of reading on this. Oh, and we can accept unassigned only. That's another thing, too. One of the biggest things that I absolutely do that does kind of get me occasionally when we're playing around with the logistics with the truck is this accept assigned only, meaning that it's only allowed to accept things from designated routes, which is not good a lot of the time. I get it. Sometimes you probably want specific things to show up. But if you happen to, say, be hooking into, I don't know if we have any right here. Let's look at our minerals. On the tighter maps, you will occasionally have minerals laying on top of other minerals or next to other minerals. And I don't think we have any on this map. At least over here we don't. Go back over here. Nope, on this map, that is not a thing. At least it doesn't look like it's a thing. Well, I guess you could consider this a thing. So, like, in here, if we were mining both the quartz and the sand, they're laying on top of each other right here, which means you would have then a problem of sorting between two different locations, and you'd end up with this thing that couldn't figure out where it needed to go. I don't care for that setting. It's one of the first ones I shut off when I'm playing regularly. So, we'll worry about that one again at a later date. It's at least working right now. So, where are we? What are we doing? We have assemblies doing things. What we really need to do right now is just sit down and make the next big problem, which is going to be making electronics, which is going to be copper and rubber, which I think rubber I can get done right now, which we're going to need rubber for the belts anyway. So let's go ahead and get rubber going. Rubber is going to be coal. I should have turned that thing when I did that. Well, I guess we can have fun with some of the belts here in a second. Probably just build it right here. That was a terrible position to do that. Whatever. This is very temporary. Small excavator has no fuel. Well, you should be getting some right now, friendo. There you go. Beautiful. Love it. Why are you digging nothing but rock right now? Oh, other thing you need to do with these when you're messing with them is tell them what their mining priorities are. You want them to be mining just one thing. So you are going to be mining coal, and then I need to adjust this. Oh, yes. I need to adjust that badly because there is no coal where you're at. Or is there? Is it really buried? Doesn't look like coal, does it? All right, let's do the simple thing then. We're going to cut this down a little bit to just obviously coal. You stop digging in that position, please. Go. Right now, I just want to be digging coal. Okay, cool. Where's our trucks? They're all full. Nice. That's what I want to see. Okay, so this is a problem with ore sorting. Am I going to have to build an ore sorting facility specifically for dirt and gravel? Or can I here export route to our dump location? There. Will you guys then take that garbage and get rid of it? No. Lovely. That's what I was afraid of with this. That's absolutely what I was afraid of with this. So we're going to end up with trucks sitting there not doing anything because we don't have an open ore facility. Okay. Farming, tree planting. Oh, hey, did we get the new thing? Okay, cool. Yes, we now have the ability to do various things. Cool. Go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do this for right now, green manure, although it's not necessary, potatoes, and we could be eating vegetables right now. I suppose I could do that. I think we're just going to do some pasture for right now just to keep things going. We have plenty of food, kind of. And we're starting to see the things that drive everybody nuts, you know, ding, ding. How many refugees do we have now? We're still going. Alerts. I don't care. It's good enough. Alrighty then. I think what I'm going to do probably in between episodes is I'm just going to sit here and let some of these finish up until we get to right here. We're just going to kind of crank through some of these and gather resources. So we're going to slowly over time pick through these as we need to. So we'll have water for our people and logistics control. Part of that's, again, this advanced logistics control got us 30 more vehicles. Plus, it allows us the ability to tell trucks where to go, what to do, and how to do things. So essentially, that's one of the bigger things that you want to kind of play with. And as soon as we get enough of these parts here to build one of these, which I can, we're going to build a groundwater pump right there. That was a bad spot. So that you can then run all the time. Which is fine. As soon as we get that done, we'll quit. And I'll probably go ahead and get the vehicle maintenance things built and a couple of these other deals going. Vehicle maintenance, that stuff right there, that part. Come on, guys. Hey, good. Now you can run constantly, all the time. You'll be able to pump water out of the ground. And yes, make sure we notify if it's low, and you should have all the water you're going to ever need from now on. Good deal. All right, cool. So we should have bricks being manufactured continuously now. We have a little bit of concrete. We'll change over to the other style of concrete making once we get a little bit of a stockpile of some other things. And yes, I can start to add in junk filters for other stuff. I think what I can see, just, well, to end this here, I can see right now where early game I'm probably going to want like just a singular one of these here. But I also kind of think I want, like, I think you want an ore sorting plant at every single location that you're going to be mining a particular thing at. But I think you're also going to want one at a location, like, say, right here where we're just trying to get rid of leftover stuff. So, like, right now, this one can't take anything in because it's full of iron and coal. I can build another one, say, like, right here. Might even just build it right next to it, for that matter. Hang on a minute. Let me get rid of that. That's annoying. I don't need any of this because it's all flat already. You guys have done a wonderful job flattening that out. Thank you. Cool. All right, cool. And then I'm going to build another one of those like right next to it, possibly. Scoot it over a little bit, I think. Do that about right there. And you are not going to be able to do this or this. Dirt. Rock. I like that. I really like that. I think that's a great idea. So, are they going to be smart enough once that gets built to just, well, they're going to be bringing their truckloads over anyway, so it won't really matter, will it? I don't know. We'll see how this works. I'm not a huge fan of things not being smart enough to know that they can go, because like this one is literally just full of this stuff, and if I dump that in there, what are we going to get? So I'm going to say we're going to test one more thing. Why do I have two? Oh, it made another one. Right. I copied it. So as soon as we build that, I want to see what it does, and then we're going to give it a break. And then we can start working on trees too. So does that mean you guys are going to come over here and dump because you have another place to go, or because of the fact you have coal on you, you can't? Okay. I get it now. I understand how this is supposed to work, and we're doing this completely incorrectly. Gotcha. You bulldoze that, build another one right here. And you are not taking coal in anymore. Period. So we want an ore sorting facility for every single ore. You don't want to be sorting between all three of them. Gotcha. Alrighty then. Finally, that took long enough. Mainly we had a couple little problems. So you are now only allowed to collect various things such as this. And I'm going to grab a singular one of those and put it right here. And you're going to get put, we're going to have to figure out which output we want here. I think I want to change, no, you're going to be coal, and you're going to be, I guess we can do two coals like that, and then they can just dump the coal straight into it. So loose storage, go boof. And then those guys can slowly but surely fill this up full of coal. And then the dirt can be hauled off, dirt and gravel can be hauled off to various other places. Now, we are going to start probably stockpiling gravel somewhere fairly soon. Although I'm not really worried about it right now. But we are going to do that in a little bit. Anyhow, so yes, you're definitely going to want to build storage. You're definitely going to want to build the ore sorting facilities reasonably close to the ore at which they're digging, and you're going to want them to design or decide singular things because they have a buffer limit that is specifically set because of what's available. So that's going to be fun, but that's okay. We'll sort it out as the time comes. I think for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call that one there. We're probably going to have a couple of cuts and a couple of speeds ups and a couple of things in this one. But I'm having a little bit of fun. I'm kind of recording back to back, so I will see you all in the next one when we probably get to work on working through, the next research. Lovely, fun times. I'm going to go ahead and complete all of these. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Cranking through research, cranking through some stuff. I understand this looks like it's a hodgepodge mess right now. It's going to be a hodgepodge mess until we can get a few of these accumulated. So I think next steps are going to be building some rubber, building some electronics, which is copper, and yeah, going from there. So see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.